So, this is May. We've done our cleaning. I'm putting in fresh water. We've done our culling for the 3 months. And hey, get off of there. Too many pinchers in here. There you go. That's the smaller of the two big ones. And so we'll have us another little shrimp boil, crab boil, and have us some fresh crayfish tonight. So the water is now fully changed. We're coming back up to temperature. As you can see, it's nice and clear. If I can get the sun's coming through the top. There we go. See, it's nice and clear. That's one of the males. So all of this is done. So there's two ways to cook crayfish. At least boil crayfish. The humane people say you put the fish in, you put the crayfish in with room temperature water and slowly bring it up to a boil, and they die happy. I really don't see it that way. If you put me into a thing of room temperature water in a container that I could not get out of and slowly start bringing the water temperature up, I'm going to eventually reach a point, as with any animal, that goes, this is no longer a hospitable environment or hospitable environment, and I need to get the heck out of Dodge. But you can't. So then now you excruciatingly slowly boil to death. The other option is you bring the water to a high boil, dump them in, one quick, and they're dead. Me, if I had the choice, that's the way I'd want to go. Okay, it may be a little painful, but it's not long and enduring, like being slowly boiled in oil or something. No. Put me in, make it quick, and be done with it. And I treat my food the same way. If I could go in and rip out their little hearts, or, chump them in the head or something, fine. But with crayfish, you really cannot do that. Not effectively. So the best thing, in my opinion, bring the water up to a full boil, dump them in, let them have their 30 seconds of anguish, and have done with it, instead of spending 45 or 50 minutes or so bringing that up to a boil and slowly cooking them alive. Just my option. You can decide how you want to do it. The next thing is, a lot of people will put crab boil. And I mean, crab boil is quite acceptable. It's basically spices and so on that you put in. Me, I like to just cook them in the fresh water. And then after I peel them, either eat them with a sweet horseradish cocktail sauce that I make, or melted butter. But again, that's your options. Enjoy. Average crayfish, Louisiana crayfish, they say boil 5 to 8 minutes. As these guys are so much larger, I normally boil them about 10 to 12 minutes. So yeah, he's ready. But you'll notice some of these other guys, also, they're not going to turn that same color that you would see in a Louisiana crayfish. Okay, different shell structure. But they're all almost ready. They'll have about another 6 minutes, and then they'll be ready to pull. When they come out, they go into ice cold water. I already pre-prepped this about 3 minutes ahead of time to allow the water to reach temperature. This will reduce, my wife's making tea. This will reduce the reduce their temperature, and you don't have that fluctuation from them being hot and then slowly cooling down because you can wind up causing food contamination. So by draining them, putting them directly into the cold water, flash shocking them as some people would call it, we bring that temperature down, and then I can put them in the fridge and they'll be ready for peeling and eating this afternoon when I make dinner.